Hello again. Today we're talking about the hypotenuse-leg theorem. Now, you might wonder, what is the hypotenuse-leg theorem? Well, I want to talk a little bit about when we would prove that two triangles were congruent. You may remember if you had two triangles that looked like this and you knew all of the sides had a corresponding congruent side, you knew that they were congruent because of S, because all the sides were the same. Or maybe you had two triangles that looked like this and you had a side and a side, an angle and an angle, and a side and a side, and you could say that we knew that they were congruent because of side, angle, side. Or maybe you knew two angles and the side in between them, and then we could say that it was angle, side, angle. We even knew if we had two triangles, if we had two angles and then a side, we could say that this was congruent by angle, angle, side. Did you ever notice that you could never prove two triangles congruent because of angle, side, side? Well, for one, there isn't an angle side side theorem or an angle side side postulate. And besides, the abbreviation isn't very nice. But there is something that's similar to it, and that would be the hypotenuse-leg theorem. But you can only use the hypotenuse-leg theorem when you're dealing with right triangles. And the hypotenuse-leg theorem says, if the hypotenuse and a leg of a right triangle are congruent to a leg and hypotenuse of another right triangle, then they are congruent triangles. For instance, here I have triangle ABC and triangle XYZ. They're both right triangles, and you'll see that the hypotenuse of each of the triangles are congruent, and there is one leg in each triangle that are congruent. So I can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ, and the reason would be the hypotenuse-leg theorem. Hope that makes sense.